today's event.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, as rightly mentioned, I am Bright Kubri, a former student of this great institution. So it is my pleasure, therefore, to introduce the chairperson for this event. So, a program like this needs somebody who manage the affairs of everything that is going to occur here. Now, this person that is going to chair this occasion is no other person than our own Madam Cantone Williams Victoria, the Assistant Domestic of Kalipohene Senior High School. Madam Cantone is a proud daughter of Navarungo and a product of Ghana's public education system. She began her academic journey at Tishibu Anglican Primary School, Tamale, proceeded to Kalipohene Anglican, Tamale, and proceeded to complete her secondary school at Navarungo Senior High School. Her professional training started at Tamale College of Education, where she obtained her professional certificate as a teacher. She later advanced her qualifications with a diploma in Office Management and Administration from the College of Professional Management, Cambridge, UK, and a higher national diploma in marketing from Tamale Technical University. Driven by a passion for student welfare and personal development, she pursued a Bachelor of Education in Guidance and Counseling, and later a Master of Education in Guidance and Counseling, both from the University of Education, Winneba. Madam Victoria has served Ghana's education sector at multiple levels. She began as a teacher at the basic education level before being appointed District Girls Education Officer for Myong District, where she also doubled as the District Guidance and Counseling Coordinator. She made history as the first and only Assistant Headmistress of Sang Senior High School. She currently serves as the Assistant Headmistress in charge of domestic affairs at Kalipohene Senior High School, where she oversees student welfare, discipline, and mentorship programs. A committed educationist and mentor, Madam Victoria is known for her calm leadership, dedication to girls' education, and her ability to connect with both students and staff. Her continued advocacy for youth empowerment make her a fitting chairperson for today's book launch. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now have the honor to introduce the chairperson for this August occasion, Madam Cantone Victoria Williams.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. In an occasion like this, looking around on the high table, all of us seated here are capable of chairing this function to a successful end. However, you cannot have two drivers on a ship to drive you successfully to your destination. And for that matter, we needed just one person to chair this function. I also want to state that this task was supposed to be taken by my headmistress. Unavoidably, you can see that she's not around. She's traveled to Accra for an equally important official duty. And for that matter, she has asked me to wear her shoe. Even though she wears size 45, I wear 38, but she says I should step in her shoes. Looking around, I know we have capable people on this high table who are going to help me chair this function to a successful end. On this note, I will say I accept, knowing, hoping and praying that my colleagues are going to support me to do the job. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Hello.
Hi.
All right, so we are continuing with the program, but let me make these appeals. One, we want to appeal to every one of us that if you are going to perform an activity, please, when you come to the stage, just go ahead and do it, because we are already more than 1 hour behind time. Now, unfortunately, on our part, there's power outage, so we don't have power. That's why we're using the generator, and the generator cannot power these fans. And so we are using the dining hall without our fans. There's heat, so please bear with us. That is the most reason why we would have to run through the program very, very fast, so that we can leave this place. If you agree with me, let's give a clap. All right, so please, we also expect that we minimize our noise so that we can get to hear some of the things that will be said from here. If you have to clap, please do it in a way that you don't continue clapping when something is said. And let's minimize the noise. Thank you. At this juncture, we want to invite Miss Abula to come and give us what we call the spoken word. The spoken word. So let's receive her with a clap.
Good afternoon. Standing before you today is Abula, a proud student of California Senior High School. I humble myself before this noble gathering to recite a poem entitled The Path to Greatness. This poem displays a brief story about a certain author. In fact, this man has written so many books, not just books, but books that guide, inspire, and motivate. Some of his books are The Secret of Living a Meaningful and Purposeful Life, The Nuts and Bolts of Leadership. I'm sure each and everyone is eager to know this man is. Among his books, there are two most relevant books to be launched on this great day. These are The Nuts and Bolts. These are Decoding the Secrets for Kingly Wins. Success knows no geography. His name is Joseph Akambarabuk Abula. Shh, but don't shout. A big round of applause for Mr. Joseph. Keep clapping. Good afternoon once again. The path to greatness. Today we stand with hearts of pride, with hope and joy we cannot hide. For in our school a seed was sown, and now its mighty tree has grown. Among these days, in class no small, such a young student just like you all, with books to read and dreams to pursue, with fears and questions just like you. His name is Mr. Joseph Akamborabuk Abula. He walked this hall, he read his books and chased his dream with stronger look, step by step. He worked hard until he found his place. Today, he wears out all the pages. A guide for hearts, for mind, and for age. But students, friends, beware the glowing skin that stood that time that could have been. The phone may flash, the phone may call, but knowledge is the greatest of all. So put the phones and games away and read your books every day. For dreams are built by those who try, who work hard and aim so high. If Joseph Abula could rise this far, then you and I can be stars. Work harder, dream bigger, go further too. Let the world one day celebrate you. Perhaps one day, another book will carry the name the world will know. A student here, a dream fulfilled, a future bright, a life well built. You can do it. I can do it. We all can do it. Let's rise and start, and we shall shine, inshallah, by His grace. Thank you.
Oh, we can do it better. We can do it better. Hello. We are continuing with the program, but before I observed one of our colleagues just walked in, and for those of us in Jalisco, she left us some few months ago. So we have Madam Agnes Dabura in our mistress, and now the assistant head mistress in charge of domestic affairs in Northern School of Business. Now you are welcome. Okay, so we are continuing. We are looking at item 6, and it has to do with the review of the books we're going to launch today. A review of the books we're going to launch today. And so I have the pleasure and singular honor to invite our brother Timothy. Hello, yes, Timothy, Clement. Okay, so they are going to do it one after the other. All right, so when Timothy is done, Clement will come, and then the last person is who? Is it Joshua? Josiah. Okay, sorry. Today I'm not wearing my second eye, so pardon me if I don't mention it. All right, so Timothy, please, this is your, as I said, we want to keep to our time. So I charge you by the mercies of the Lord that don't go beyond the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm the person of Abula Timothy, a brother to the outer of this book. So the chair and distinguished guests, I said thank you for this opportunity. So I'm here to review the book, Success Means No Geography. And this, a wonderful brother, when he sent me the book for the review, when I looked at the book title, I just laughed because I started school with him from primary up to junior high. So I realized that yes, this book is just talking about him, because where we are coming from, if not determination and vision, we will not get to where we are gotten. So I'm very much grateful for this opportunity. So, but there's one thing I want to say. I was going through the social media and I chanced on a video about our president and his brother, Ibrahim Ahmad. He said that his brother knows how to speak good English, but he knows how to do better than him in life. So on this note, I want to say that my brother knows how to put things together to inspire the youth but I know how to do better than him in age. That's it back to him. Thank you very much. So, success knows no joke. This is a wonderful book, and I've gone through it, and I've outlined some basic things that you need to know before reading this book. So, one thing I want to ask, a rhetorical question, is that what if everything that you believe about success is not true? And this is a very important question that you have to keep in mind before buying the book to read. So, and the book helped me to discover dangerous myths about success. Well, when I was growing up, actually, I believe that the environment shapes you. But when I went through the book, I realized that no, it's your vision and your determination that makes you somebody great in life. So I'm here to let you know that if you are looking at this altar before you, it came from a very, very, I don't want to say terrible, but I've said it. But he has made to this point. And I want to tell you that take your time and go through this. And this book will really help you to know that whatever you have taught about success might not be true. Your destination and your current situation is not the same. It's your vision that will envision where you're going. And another point that the book has helped me is that the book urges me that success is not reserved for the privileged, but rather it belongs to those with vision, discipline, and relentless persistence. So I want to let you know that success is not about your environment. If you are here and you don't have Gary, don't think that that's what saves you. Even if your brother has everything, what makes you different is your vision. What makes you different is your relentless, your persistence in life. Because success is not about what you have today, it's about what you see tomorrow. That determines what you do today. Because what you do today determines what will become tomorrow. So don't let your current situation determine where you're going. So I will urge you people to read this book. Don't just read the book as it's a story, but I want you to take your time and absorb it very well. And another thing that this book has helped me is that he went through a lot of real life stories about that is Nelson Mandela and Abraham Lincoln. And one thing that touched my was Abraham Lincoln. When I heard of it when I was in school, but I didn't go through the book, his life much. But when he outlined his real life, what he went through before becoming the Prime Minister of the US, I realized that no, it's not about your situation, it's about your determination. Because he has failed several times, but he has never given up. And I want to tell you that this book is here to tell you that you can do it. Don't let your current situation limit you. So I urge you people to read this book. Don't just read it as a story, but take your time and absorb it, and it will help you to become great in life. And I'm telling you, after reading this book, years to come, you remember this altar and give him thanks. And another thing the book has helped me is that success is good, it's not inheritance. And I've seen that a lot in our community. People were having a lot of things, their children were enjoying, now they died, and everything went away. But some of us, we don't have anything. We have not achieved much, but where we are going, we know, by the grace of God, we are getting there. So I want to encourage you, I want to encourage you as young people, take your time and go through the book. And this book will help you so much. And another thing I want to talk about is that he said something, and I want to quote. He said, success is not a straight line. And it's only one. Because when we were in junior high, they taught us that if you get 6 A's and you go to the senior high and get 6 A's, you go and do medicine. We were all dreaming to become doctors. Now I'm telling you, me, I'm not what I was dreaming to become a doctor, but what I'm going to do, I've never thought of it in my life in the university. So I want you to know that success is not a straight line. So what you are planning to do after here, when you go out and things are not going that way, my sister and my brother, don't give up. Life, success is not a straight line. And I love that quote so much because what we are planning to do and the things we are planning to do, that's not what we are doing. But what is keeping us is our determination. And I want to encourage you that as a teacher, as a student, you have to be determined. Success is not a straight line. Maybe you are coming here to head this school with a vision, with a determination, but you came and things are not going that way. But I'm telling you, your determination and your vision can make the school great. So don't let what you plan to do, and when things are not going that way, you give up. And another thing that I want to talk about before I end is that he said, if you are tired of excuses, ready to take ownership of your life, and hungry for man's seat, that actually drives results than this. This book is more than just a book. It is a wake-up call. I want to tell you that this book is a wake-up call. So when you are going to read this book, don't go through as a book. Don't go through as a keynote. Don't go as physics that you are reading. Sometimes you see quadratic equation and you don't understand. Don't go through this book like that. Take your time and absorb this book. And I'm telling you, this book will help you. Because I went through the book and the book has really helped me. And I'm not just coming here to motivate you, but I'm telling you that when you get this book, take your time and go through it. And one thing I want to say before we end is that owning this book is not luxury. It's not luxury, it's a necessity. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, as teachers here, the chair and every distinguished guest invited here, I want to tell you that even if you think that you have achieved all in life, you have children, you have people that you are mentoring. So this book is a wake-up call. This book is not just a luxury, it's not to go and decorate yourself, but it's a necessity that will outline steps that will help young people to make the great decisions in life. Thank you very much, and I urge you people that you guys will buy this book and have a test of what I am sharing. Thank you very much for this opportunity. God bless you.
Hello. The chairperson from domestic, senior staffs present, colleagues, senior members, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benjoy Abula, a proud student for this very institution. My current student at UTAS. So I think my mission for today is very short and simple. I'm coming to review a book titled Decoding the Secrets of Kingly Wings, authored by Abula. The book is structured in 27 good chapters. And as far as my presence today is taking the first 18 chapters of the book. And I'll be brief about it. So the book is a leadership and motivational book that is inspired by a ancient king, David. Happens to be a shepherd, but living for years that his success or his principle-based life makes him a king at the end of the day. So I think I will just zoom into the chapters of the book. Chapter one of the book said love controversy. The love controversy, and I think love controversy, the author said, being loved is not just about pampering, giving you all the necessary things you want, but it's about corrections, protecting, and guiding you against the things that is needed in life. So, the key lessons for this chapter is very easy. Real love corrects and protects, not giving you things that you needed necessary in life. The chapter 2 of the book talks about hard work in humans. The hard work in humans, the author says that one needs to be responsible and diligent in whatever things he's doing in order to be great in life. So the important ideas in this chapter is that hard work develops discipline and character. Success is tied to consistent things. Being doing small but consistent things every day are glamour to success. In as much as what you do in life. Not just about thinking about big things that you think you can, or you see people about them, you just think it's just some of the things some people do to be successful is just small little, but they do it consistently. That was landmark their greatness. So it talks about work out your unique skills. As much as we are seated there, I think there's nobody who doesn't have a skill. Even if you don't have, but if you pursue, I think greatness will be assured. So the relevance of this chapter is highly recommended to students, entrepreneurs, and students seeking for growth in the coming years. So chapter 4 talks about mastering patience. The life of David in the Bible was not just easy, but he mastered patience. Even as a shepherd boy in the bush, he mastered music, poetry, and combat a lot of skills. That was able to allow him success. And he was a king. So another chapter 5 talks about the rising through obedience. I personally today know someone, and I think maybe some people might also attest to that, who knows someone who owns a house now without moving the first one because of the obedience and diligence in respect authority. So I think, but moving forward, on your way to greatness, obedience matters. Your obedience, respect to authority, parents, it can do something great, or you can do something great because you are just being obedient to authorities. Yes. So the chapter promotes moral values, often neglected by modern society. Nowadays, most people don't value modern society. They don't value obedience. They just think I can get up one day, then be whatever I want to be, and that is not true. Before you get wherever you want to be, there might be someone who might have been. Okay, sir. So there are some people who left a footprint of where you are going. So if you think you can get up one day and just be great, I don't think it's true. So the chapter 6 of the book said, little things matters. Like I said earlier, doing small things but consistently, and that marks greatness. A small beginning leads to what? Greatness. I think before we were enrolled in this very institution, we might have passed our BEC before. Yes, I think that was the protocol you can get to senior high. So when you are being consistent in a few things, that's just the beginning of greatness. So the chapter reminds the readers that responsibility is a significant responsibility. You've been taking responsibility at the early stage, it's a significant thing, and it can equally climax to greatness at the end of the day. The chapter 8 of the book, the odd things, the unusual things, things people think are not relevant. What people think are not relevant, when you try to pursue and become a master of it, you will see that what others see it to be difficult task, you will now become their solution. So we are fast behind time. I will be brief. I'm just mentioning some of the chapters. And I think the author will also come and give a brief summary. So the chapter 9 said, friendship is a key. As we are here, I think Joseph is my brother. We have been friends for some years. I think it's because of that maybe I'm present here today. During our batch, I think I was not the very person who was friends with him. But all the way from my place to this place is over. So I think friendship and it brings networks. Then another chapter of the book, faith, encourage, sustain dreams. Ask the right questions. Before you become great in life, like I said earlier, you need to ask the necessary questions about life. Don't just think what you thought is the right thing. Ask people. They will give you the right steps that you need to unlock greatness in the future. Don't complain, don't explain. There are some certain decisions maybe you might think, or situations you are going through, you just think, oh, this one here is not easy, I'll just give up. No, that's not the thing. You have to pursue so that you will get success. So I think I'll just be brief to summarize the book. I think the book, character seems to be running in almost every chapter of the book. That's to tell you that character is the foundation of every woman's life. Before you succeed, you need character. And character is not just built on a mere basis. Character is the foundation of leadership. Character is like an alphabet. 2:2 in Ghana, in Jamaica, wherever. Character is a status that can lead you to greatness. So in conclusion, Decoding the Secret for Kingly Wings is an aspiring leadership and motivational book that teaches readers how to pursue greatness through discipline, faith, wisdom, and character. The author successfully uses the life of the ancient king, David, to communicate timeless principles for success and leadership. I therefore recommend the book for students, leaders, entrepreneurs, ministers, and anyone seeking personal growth and purposeful living. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to continue from where he stops. And before that, I also want to acknowledge our chairperson and also all the dignitaries. Thank you very much for the opportunity. So I'm just continuing from chapter 18 to 27. He made mention that the book consists of 27 chapters. So the chapter 18 says that seek divine guidance and wisdom. So in order for you to become a king or to actually have this win as a king, you need to seek divine guidance and also wisdom. You know, you might be, he said that some things are worth repeating. One is seeking God's will and way, God's will and way in all you do. When you want to take a step, seek the face of God. So this is just telling us that whatever decision you want to make in life, whatever be it, you must seek the face of God. You don't just, take any decision by how you want it, but you must first of all seek the will of God to actually know whether it is the will of God or not. Because you might be seeking to do something, but it might not be the will of God. And also the chapter 19 also says that serve and manage fellowship. So one of the other ways to actually decode this secret is to serve and then manage fellowship. When you learn to serve, then there is a likelihood that you become a great person. So we should all learn to serve regardless. So when you learn to serve and also manage at least a fellowship or even any small gathering, you are actually building your capacity to handle great things. And also the chapter 20 also talks about prepare for inevitable wars. Okay. So one of the other things we have to know is that, before you can decode these secrets, you must prepare for inevitable wars. Most of us, we fear to wrestle or maybe even encounter challenges. Challenges are not meant to pull us down, but they are rather meant to build us. So we have to prepare ourselves for every war that comes on our way, because as we build our capacity to overcome those things, then it will prepare us for the greater task ahead. And also the chapter 21 also says that embrace uncertainty. So it says that part of maturity is your ability to handle uncertainty in situations. It's unpleasant, but one of life's blocks that completes the building. Uncertainties are notorious for defying conventional methods. Your ability to invent and try different means of solving a problem will take you above your equals and make you beaming star in bright day, an elegant star in the dark skies. Some of us, we just limit ourselves to only one thing. You have to try other things to actually know where your capability lies. So, and also the chapter 22 says mistakes the great steps to success. So you see, most of us, sometimes even our parents and people who doesn't even know, sometimes they are likely or they sometimes condemn us for the mistakes we make. But the author is telling you that mistakes are the great steps to success. So every mistake you make, you should be able to learn at least a lesson from the mistakes you make. So when you make a mistake, you don't just stop there, or when you fall, you don't remain there, but you rise and keep the journey moving. So the 23 also says, David, a master giant raiser. So you see, he also made mention of something. Most of us, we only focus more on ourselves but don't care for others, in such a way that when you are able to build your capabilities, or maybe when you are able to build yourself, you don't just only focus on yourself alone, but you should focus on others as well. So when you raise, or maybe when you are able to build yourself, you should also focus on raising others to become like you. That is when you are able to influence your world. And also the 24 also says, fight your fights timely. So the challenge we avoid, the challenges we avoid today don't avoid us. Are you getting that? The challenge we avoid today doesn't avoid us. Your challenge doesn't know who you are. It comes for you regardless of who you are. So you should be ready to face your challenge and fight your battles timely. And also the 25 says, don't dance to the final tune. So I read this. He said, exit the stage in the beats, in the hits of the drum beats. That isn't equal to premature destiny. David understood the importance of stepping aside for the next generation. So when you are doing something, you should only, don't only be focusing on yourself so that people will know how well you can perform. But you should get to a point that you can step so that the next generation can take over. Then your relevance will be maintained. So the 26 also says, when hate is love. Love frustrates when mishandled. It softens when well understood and applied properly. So he gave a story here, and most of the times our parents do correct us, and some of us, we are even tempted to think that they hate us. Sometimes love can be tempted to he says that when hate is love. So when someone can love you, but maybe the way he guides you, you might be tempted to think that the person actually hates you. So in order for you to decode these secrets for kingly wings, you must be able to understand these principles so that you can get to wherever you are going. So the last chapter says, learn to encourage yourself. And I like the fact that he used some examples from the Bible that when David, encountered challenges, when David encountered difficulties, David never, stood to blame himself. David didn't blame those who were around him, but David learned one principle, and that was to encourage himself. So when you are faced with challenges or difficulties, don't only complain. Complaints will never bring any solution. But you learn to encourage yourself. When you encourage yourself, that means that you are only making a way for the journey to continue. So I think on this note, I would just want to encourage that this book is something worth reading. You have to, get one for yourself and that of your friend or your family. And thank you very much for the opportunity. God bless.
Hello. Oh, let's do it better. Let's do it better. Okay, so we are continuing with the program. Now that we are done with the review of the book, we want to turn to the high table. If you want to make a comment, we have 25 minutes put together in all so that we can manage our time. And so shall we have the high table? Oh, let's give them a clap. Let's give them a clap. I know some of us have read through the books. He gave copies to us to look at it so that we can make some comments. And so if you want to make a comment, this is the time. Thank you. I would start with the man in the smoke.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Chair, and all the dignitaries, and everyone here. Thank you so much for honoring this occasion. Actually, I have not been able to go through the book, the book. However, my senior pastor, who is supposed to be here today and he couldn't come, he actually got it and told me that he's going to go through everything. And this morning, the information I received from him indicates that he has gone through and the book is great. As I said, I have not been able to go through, but he has gone through. I believe that the information I got from him shows that he has gone through, and so the book is very good. So I would like to encourage everyone here to be able to get a copy, and then you also go through. For me, I'm also going to get my copy and for my family, and then I believe it's going to help my children, I myself as well. So what that I want to say is, I want to encourage the brother. This is just the beginning. So you are going to climb the ladder step by step, and you need to get to the topmost. So you just continue, and the Lord will help you. Thank you so much. Amen.
table. Okay, the chairperson wants to speak.
Thank you so much. Permit me to let you know what my headmistress discussed with me, and she has asked me to let it get to you. About the altar, she was saying that I should let you know that we are gathered here today not just to launch a book, but to celebrate knowledge, creativity, and then the Kaupohi Senior High School excellence. A book launch is a bold statement. It says, I love something to teach the world. I have something to teach the world. Where that statement comes from, one of our own, it becomes a victory for the entire Kaupohi school family. The program reminds our current students that the pen is still mighty and that your voice matters beyond the walls of the school. Ladies and gentlemen, today's author is no stranger to leadership and discipline. Mr. Abula Joseph Akamboroguk was the school prefect of Kaupohi Senior High School in 2022. Those of us who knew him as a student remember a young man who was respectful, hardworking, deeply committed to duty as a school prefect. Joseph led by example. He was the bridge between students and administration. He carried that responsibility with maturity far beyond the years. To see him today as an actor proves we always tell our students to work hard, and that is the motto of the school: hard work and discipline. Kaupohi Senior High School does not just produce certificate holders, we produce leaders, thinkers, and nation builders. Joseph, we are proud of you. You've made your year group proud, your students and your school proud. You have shown the young ones here that the badge of school prefect is not the end. It is the beginning. To our students here today, look at your senior. A few years ago, he sat where you are sitting now. Today, he is launching a book. What will your story be tomorrow? Read wide, write boldly, and dream without limits. I therefore call on all of us, parents, all students, corporate bodies, friends of Kaupohi Senior High School, to support Joseph by buying copies of this book. When you buy a book, you don't just buy papers, you invest in a dream, and you aspire the next Joseph to pick up a pen. On behalf of the headmistress and the entire Kaupohi SHS fraternity, I congratulate Mr. Abula Joseph Akamboroguk on this remarkable feat. May this be the fourth of many books. May your words travel far and change lives. I now have the singular honor. I think we haven't gotten there. So when Joseph was in school, Joseph was hardworking, Joseph was disciplined, Joseph led by example. I remember vividly, there was a time they gave 2 weeks break. Joseph came to my office and said, Madam, I don't want to go home. As the students are going, the environment is going to be very, very conducive for learning. And for that matter, I want to stay back and learn. I said the directives came from above that all students should leave and the dormitories will be locked up. So I went back to management and discussed this matter. So the outcome was that if we allow him to stay and anything should happen, we will be taken on. We are here and we are working with directives from above. Then he told me that he would get his colleagues so that they will stay in the dormitory with them. But our fear was that if we allow them to stay, schools are on break and a child falls sick. It is not new that in the dormitories, we lost students in the dormitories. So if the unforeseen happens, how are we explaining to the government? They are put into our care and they have asked us to let all the students leave. So I told him that it may not be possible. But you know what he told me? He said, Mama, I'll leave the dormitory and I'll stay in the classroom. That is what he told me. Tears filled my eyes. I had no option than to allow him to do what he wanted. So he hid in one of the classes behind my office and he was there for 2 weeks, nothing but chewing his books. My dear students seated here, please, a lot of Joseph can come out of you. Take your studies seriously, be determined. If you are determined, you are going to make it. He's coming from far. He knows who he is. He knows where he's coming from. And he knows where he is going. These are things you have to put in mind so that you achieve whatever you want to achieve in future. On this note, once again, my dear Joseph, congratulations.
Before Madam Maggie comes, just to add, I remember going to headmistress's office on this same matter. And she looked into my face and said, Mr. Ali, the directive is that every student must leave school. Because when he left your office, he came to me. But he was determined to learn. Are you determined? Yes. Good. That is very good.
Thank you for the opportunity. Great to be back in Calisco Dining Hall. I've missed you all. Joseph, thank you for bringing me back here. All right, to begin with a short presentation, I want to congratulate you. It is not an easy journey. Like one of the topics in one of the books says, understanding the journey, enduring the hard times. I think I'm not surprised at what we are witnessing today. This is a hard, determined guy. If he's going to pester you for success, nothing can stop you. Even we who are grown, we are not left out. His pressure can send you to heaven and back. That is the determination in him. And please, success is there for everybody, but it is there for those who are determined. If you walk around carelessly, you achieve nothing. If you are determined, like the book says, if you understand the journey before you, you will work at it. What we are witnessing today didn't just come today. It took months of preparation, of determination, of calls, of follow-ups for us to experience what we are seeing today. It tells us that the person we are celebrating today is actually determined. And so as students, do you have 1/10 of that determination? If you have it, success lies before you. This is a student. Can you imagine level 400? You have lectures to attend. You have project work to write. You have so many other duties. In his church, he is the leader. And yet,
he has written books to be launched. It means there's no excuse. Whatever the situation is, there's no excuse. So this afternoon, Joseph, we are not just launching a book, we are celebrating you. Thank you for making the name of Kalisco high. We are proud of you. It is everywhere in social media. At least Lebon have heard of us. When you were doing the first book presentation, we watched it and we heard our names and we're proud. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And to the rest of the students, like Madam said, we want to see more of Joseph's. It is possible. It is possible, no matter where you are coming from. Because if you know where he is coming from, and we are doing what we are doing today, you have no excuse. So I wish you all the best. I wish you, the students, all the best. Candidates, I wish you well. It is always possible if you lay your heart to do what is before you. Congratulations once again, Joseph.
Hello, Madam Grace wants to talk. Good.
Hello. Okay. About Joseph. I think when he was the senior prefect of Kalisco, he was also the assembly member of his area. Most people don't know about that. So he's a born leader. And because of that, he was one of the best SPs of the school. He did his best. He carried his colleagues along. And we are hoping that wherever you find yourself, you will even do greater. And we are praying for you. And we hope that we'll have born leaders among you, and then you will come to be like Joseph or even surpass him. Congratulations.
Madam Chairperson, distinguished guests, I got to hear about Joseph just 3 days ago, and in fact through WhatsApp. And what I can tell you is that this guy is really living what he said he is living in the books, because when I glanced through this book, he kept talking about the fact that we needed to be determined to succeed. A friend introduced him to me just 3 days ago, as I said, that he was launching his book and he wasn't around to attend, so I should attend on his behalf. To be honest, if Joseph had not shown the determination and perseverance, I would not be here. Because of him, today I woke up as early as 6 o'clock. Mostly I stay late and wake up late. But because of his persistence, I told myself that no, this guy is really serious. He sent me a WhatsApp message as the first point of contact. I responded. I think he tried reaching me a number of times. He did not reach me. He sent me another message, text messages. I sent him a different number. He called. And yesterday he checked on this morning when I got up on my WhatsApp, his messages again. And I was like, this guy is really serious. And when I looked at his picture, I realized he was fairly a young guy. And I said, yes, this is what we need to succeed. When I put a spotlight on myself, there were so many places I was supposed to be. But like I said, I don't know what brought me here, except his determination. So congratulations, Joseph, for your dedication. Keep on. Now, the title of the book I just received here is Success Knows No Geography. Now this one, I just want to address you, the student, directly. You see, many of us hide around excuses. You know, excuses why we cannot make it. But in this book, the author, Joseph, our own person, has made us to know that there is no boundary when it comes to success. So don't use the fact that you are coming from the north You see, some say, oh, you know, we are not there, so because of that, there are no opportunities. That is not the truth. Why he's saying is that there is no boundary. Some women lie under the agenda, say that, you know, female, we don't have a lot of opportunities. That is not true. Success knows no boundary. Some even go to where the tribes they were born into. It's not true. How many of us remember Kofi Annan? Kofi Annan was just one of us. But with determination and hard work, Kofi Annan rose to become the president of the world because he was a former UN General Secretary. So, Mr. Joseph, thank you so much for the opportunity given to us. For us here, yes, we might be older than you, but you have shown us that with determination, we can still achieve whatever we want to achieve for ourselves. And thank you for being an example, you know, for a large number of youth, especially in this part of the country, that our geography cannot be our barrier. The fact that we didn't attend the best school, as people say it in Ghana, cannot be, but he is one of us. He graduated from this campus. Like my senior one was saying, a young man who decided that he will not go home, but to stay and mow his books. I mean, you need a different level of determination. And for you people watching him and admiring him, it takes a lot of hard work. More so, in these days of social media, some of us hide around our notes, which is now in soft copies, to go to the WhatsApp, we are TikToking, we are Facebooking, we are doing all sorts of things. I'm not sure this man spent that amount of time on social media. If you look at the books he has written, you can't spend that amount of time and write this number of books. And so thank you, Joseph, for setting an example for us. We pray that going for more of your kind will come out from this, because that is what we need. We need leaders from as young as yourself to set example. One of the challenges of this country is the fact that we don't have very good leaders, and that is a fact. So if we have people, breeds of you, setting example amongst your colleagues, then it tells us that the future is bright for Ghana. Thank you so much, and
Thank you. We are privileged to have the Deputy Senior House Master of Kapwesi Senior High School joining us. So shall we recognize his presence? All right. Now, let me just add this. Hello. Interestingly, when Joseph came to this school to pick admission, I don't know how, but that day we met. He needed to do something, one of the documentation. He met me, and I led him to a table to do it. After that, he left. When he reported, he came to me, and that was how we became friends. Today, we are here celebrating his words. Congratulations. I can still picture when he came to Kapwesi Senior High School. I still remember vividly the stories he told me about home, where he came from, the troubles, the difficulties. But that did not weigh him down. That is why he's writing about the fact that success knows no geography. I remember vividly, this one not hearsay, one-on-one, the things he told me. If it was some of us, we would have given up. But he did not give up. So the determination, the endurance, the perseverance, the hard work. The chapter 11 of the book, Success Knows No Geography, chapter 11, he spoke about building the foundation for economic independence. Some of us, where we are coming from, without any apology, our family background, we don't call it poverty, it's penury. That is the highest form of what? Poverty. We call it penury. That is how our backgrounds are. If you know where you are coming from, what do you do to change the story? Do you want the poverty circle to go around like a circle? No. Or you want it to stop at a point? Yes. Then you must be determined. You must learn to build a good foundation for your economic independence, your future, the future of your children. Hello? Yeah. Some of you behave as if there's nothing at stake. I am particularly proud that he has turned out this way, knowing the stories he told me and what we could do to help him achieve his aim. And so I want to encourage you students, please, the home you are coming from doesn't matter. The community in which you come from should not be a barrier. If you find yourself in an institution like this is a ground for you to change the narrative. I see him in the coming years at the top. This is just the beginning. What you are seeing today is just the beginning because of his determination. So if you are determined, you can get to the top. Thank you. Any other comments? We want to bring our comments to a close, especially we have exceeded our 25 minutes. Senior Master, you want to speak? Then you've got to be brief. Okay.
I know a lot of things have been said about Joseph. Joseph, the first time shock was when he approached me to ask him, are you going to be the master? That we have a unit committee elections which I am taking part. That day I was shocked. There was nothing I could do than just to give him the exit and told him that keep it up. The courage that you have and still want to be a leader in your community speaks volumes. I'm not surprised. The first time Joseph, when he went to the university, we were not surprised to hear that he got the Vice Chancellor Award as well as a scholarship. And he has been updating us of his as we speak. He's a first-class student. There is nothing that is going to pull him down. He's already there. And when you are at that level and you are within a particular grade, you have 4-point plus, there's nothing that can pull you down. One semester cannot pull you down. And I know there is no any paper that you write and will get something less than an A. So why would he fall down from the level that he has already reached? Joseph, we pray for you. The sky should not be your limit. That should be your starting point. Okay? Try to impart this particular knowledge that you acquire onto the others so that we all benefit. Keep it up. May God continue to bless you. Thank you.
she mentioned about perseverance and persistence. If you persevere more than this man, then you too, you are somebody. Hello? And I got that in our brother's speech. That is how he is. If you want something done, he will give you pressure. Until it is done, he will not stop. Hello? I remember when he applied for the scholarship, he sent me a writer to review and to edit. Wow, what is pressure? Sometimes he forgets that you have your own programs. To him, I must stop all that I was doing, edit the thing. If there are mistakes, I should correct them and let him have the document. Hello? I wasn't surprised when he got the scholarship because he was determined to get it. Sometimes you have to behave like you are mad if you want to get things done. Alright, so thank you, the high table, for your words of encouragement. I mean, we are admonishing you students. We want you to be, we want to have more of Josephs, and some of you would even Are you here with me? Yes. Good. We want to have a cultural dance before the official launch of the book. I know you've sat for some time. Let's enjoy that brief moment, and then the official launch. In fact, the reason for which we are here today, it will come. I hope you are not in a hurry. Yes. Though we want to run through the program, but let's have that patience a little. So please, Mr. Abukari, your people are coming in. Thank you. I came and found goats eating some of them. And in fact, when they came back to school, I remember going from class to class to announce that there were books I picked. And if you left your book, you could come to check. Nobody came. But when I told him, he came and selected, picked some of the books that he could read, those that were related to his course. Why? Because at the time, he didn't even have the money to buy some of the textbooks. But some whose parents could buy them the textbooks, they left them for goats to what? To eat. That is why success knows no what? Geography. Today, it has not stopped. It is still happening. Please, I speak as a parent, and I know how it is expensive to buy what? Books. If they buy books for you, if not for anything at all, it is not for you to leave it for goats to what? To eat. Repent. All right. And so, with silence and a round of applause, we want to receive our chairperson to do the official launch of the book. In fact, with the support of the high team, with the support of the high team,
Hello. Before the launch of these books, I advised Abula Joseph that if he is coming to launch the books in Cowboys Senior High School, he may not get his money back for the cost of production. But he told me, Mama, I just want to motivate my genius. I want to inspire them. I want them to know that whatever I can do, they could do better. And that is why he has chosen this place to launch this book. So you have to thank him so much for his selflessness. Now, by the power vested in me as the chairperson of this program, I officially launch Decoding the Secret for Kingly Wings, and then Success Knows No Geography. For the sake of time, we are going to declare the two books launched today.
Yes. Oh, let's do it better. Let's do it better. Thank you, the high table, for your cooperation. Now that the books have been officially launched, we want to continue, and let me have my co-MC come to take over from me.
Thank you very much, the high table. The next item on the list is the introduction of the author. Before everything else, I want to say that Every great work has a story behind it. And then to introduce the masterpiece behind today's book launching, I invite Madam Mohamed Rashida to do us the honors. Mohamed Rashida.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to present to you the profile of the author, Joseph Akambari Abula. Joseph Akambari Abula is a warm and dynamic leader, a youth coach, an entrepreneur, an author, and a public speaker. Throughout his academic and leadership journey, he has distinguished himself through dedicated service and impactful leadership. He has held several leadership positions, including Assistant Senior Prefect of Kori Primary School, Senior Prefect of Kori Junior High School, and later Senior Prefect and SRC President of our very own Kalpohin Senior High School. His passion for youth development and Christian leadership led him to serve in various student and religious organizations. Some of these roles include President of Deeper Life Students Outreach, Kalisco, President of Upper East and Upper West Students Union, Kalisco, President of Holistic Evangelical Missions, Kalisco, and President of Deeper Life Campus Fellowship, University of Ghana, Legon. He has also served as Prayer Secretary for Scripture Union, Kalisco, Prayer Coordinator for Deeper Life Church, Kori, Prayer Coordinator for Deeper Life Campus Fellowship, University of Ghana, Legon, and Prayer Secretary for the Students Christian Council of the University of Ghana. In addition, he served as Secretary of the Academic Committee of Mensa Saba Hall and Head of the Scholarships Committee for the Geography and Resource Development Students Association. Joseph is also the missionary behind several startups and non-governmental initiatives, including Joseph Computer Services, Concerned Youngsters Network, Northern Eagles, Next Gen of Northern Female Eagles, and Emmanuel LM. Currently, he serves as the General Coordinator of Deeper Life Campus Fellowship, Legon, and as an executive member of the Students Christian Council, University of Ghana. Through mentorship, guidance, and leadership, he impacted and has mentored over 500 young people across Ghana. He is the author of 4 books, The Nuts and Bolts of Leadership, The Secrets of Living a Meaningful and Purposeful Life, Decoding the Secrets of Kingly Wins, and Success Knows No Geography. Recently, Joseph emerged as one of the top 24 finalists nationwide in the Enterprise Spotlight Challenge. Joseph enjoys listening to speeches from renowned leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, Kwame Nkrumah, Benson Idahosa, Flo Lumumba, Dr. William Folorunso Kumuyi, and amongst others. His hobbies include counseling young people, prayer, and anything business. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming and celebrating Joseph.
Alterations on our program outline. And so now that he has been introduced, the next will be his speech. The speech was supposed to be item 17. And so he will do that now. After his speech, we're going to have the auctioning of the books. Then the Goodwill message
Mwate and his wife, Dr. Engineer Pisa Mwate, the National Campus Coordinator of Deeper Christian Life Ministry Ghana, and a human angel mother I met in the University of Ghana campus, Mrs. Selina Torres Saka, who is the head of Student Financial Aid Office, University of Ghana, Pastor Akandiga Augustine, Dr. Divan Eli Kofi, in fact the man that pushed me to go to the university, he gave me money to buy my forms to go to University of Ghana, in his wife, Madame Jogibe Eli Kofi. I want to acknowledge a respected mentor, Madame Zipporah, Mr. Samuel Nyarima, who printed our books for us, Pastor Edu Ejedankwa, Dr. Hayford Ake, who is a neurologist in Kwakwa, Pastor Cyril Akwa, who is a regional campus coordinator for Deeper Life Ghana, Mr. Gabriel Jaba, who is a senior mentor to me, Dr. Jimama Amako, who supported this book's launch greatly, Mr. Joseph Edupago. He is on his way from Techima to join us. I know he will be late, but he will be here. Actually, this man, anytime I was coming to Kalisco, he gives me transport. But the truth is that most of the time when I was coming to Kalisco, I was not having transport. And he's on his way to this auditorium. Mr. Michael Maite, Pastor Emmanuel Tensu, Mr. Samuel Poche, Mr. David Abroko, Mr. Michael Dente, who sponsored us with Piva water and Piva drinks for our first books launch, and re-sponsored us again for this launch. I salute His respected Excellency. I also give honor to Aunt Esther Anuze, Sister Millicent Anuze, who is my senior sister, Sister Nisi Edubachi, who is a mentor, Sister Abigail Hanyo, who supported this program, Auntie Pascaline Sengso, who is a public health worker in the University of Ghana, the Public Health Directorate, Sister Valerie Enyona, Brother Emmanuel Tanko of Enote, Richmond, Amankwa, Mama Abile, who sewed my dresses, my uniforms for me when I was coming to Kalisco, free of charge, because I was not having money to pay for the uniform. I respected so much Mama Teni, who gave me money to take passport picture. I was not having money to take passport picture at the time I was coming to Kalisco. And she gave me 10 CDs, which I used 7 CDs, and took a passport picture. Sister Mikines Brahma, who is a senior mentor, Sister Deborah Emma, who is now in the US for her master's and PhD, Sister Olivia Amani Ampon, who is present here, Mama Martina Aduboche, Sister Christiana, who is also here, traveled away from Haiti to be here, Purity Eche, Sister Segi Ayan, and Mr. Joseph. I am deeply grateful for all your unwavering support, and as many as I could not mention, I would like to acknowledge all the teachers present here today, and a special appreciation to as many as teachers that passed through their hands in one way or the other during my 3-year stay in Kapoin Senior High School from 2019 to 2022. I would like to mention a few names. I may not be able to recall all the names. A respected honor to Mr. Adila Evans. In fact, like he rightly said, I met him right here, first day in Tamale. He took my admission for me. And when I came, this man became a personal father. My friends then Bukari called him my human angel in Kalisco. He fed me, he counsels me. Even sometimes when I follow him to his house, do just a small work for him, he still pays me and feed me. And before I became senior prophet, even when I became senior prophet, almost all the days his food, he used to give it to me. That was majorly what I survived in this campus. I remember there was a day I was going home, I get to Navrongo, there was no car going, and I don't know how to get to my hometown. He called somebody to come to Navrongo town, pick me with a motor to go and sleep with him, and the next day proceeded further to Sandeman. I owe this man a lot. I want to also, before I proceed with the teachers, give honor and respect my respectful senior present, Senior Puri Bright, who introduced the chairperson, who was just at my Edison left. This was the senior who was the dining hall prefect at the time I came. And you understand, if you're a Joe man. In fact, my year 1 days was only successful because I met this young man. At the time I met him, I was not in the house. When they gave me to him as the junior, he came and accepted me. And there were times I would not have food. If I when I'm eating, I come and say, Joseph, what are you eating? There is food inside. And I'll go in and eat. And then after some few days, I begin to serve him. And you understand, at least, when you serve a man, at least if everybody is taking one egg, the least you can eat is 2 or 3 eggs. You know that? If everybody is taking maybe one eat, at least you may get 2. Because he was my senior. Honestly speaking, this young man never touched me. He trained me. He lived an exemplary life. I observed him a lot while I was here as his junior. And I owe my year 1 days to him. I want to say, God richly bless you, Senior Buri Pride. You may not know how those sacrifices have done to me. But before then, there were days that when I come here, you know the seniors used to serve around here. I will wait when the prophets are finished serving. And if there was leftover, and I'll go and take those leftover. And he came through for me. And faithfully, after he exit, Mr. Lila continued with it. I know, in fact, it was God. When Lila became a stand dining hall master, I was a dining hall master. So I was also just eating his food. And then continuously I became senior prophet. At least senior prophet will serve a substantial food. Is that not so? Yeah, if I God bless you, Senior Bride. I want to also acknowledge Mr. Laka Sidhu. In fact, if there is nothing I can say of this man, he's a man of discipline and a man of integrity. You know what? My time is almost running. You know, he helped us a lot. Discipline. In fact, sometimes, let me say this to the students, it's even hot. When you go to his house, it's as soft as anything can be on earth. And he nurtured us. Anytime we go to his house, he counsels us. Initially, we thought he was hard on us. But trust me, it has inbuilt more discipline and perseverance in me. And his other quality is integrity. You know, sometimes, I remember one time we put our SRC money with him. And the same notes you give to him, he's not giving you just the same amount, the same thing. If somebody is dying in his house, the person has to die, but using that money, he will not use. In fact, that is one thing I learned from somebody who has integrity with money. I respect him so much. He nurtured me a lot when I was senior prophet. Mr. Suku was the SU patron. Mr. Japaro, popularly known as, I didn't say anything. This man came to teach me. And I was so disciplined. And so, if he's in your class, you must copy notes, you know, right? If he's in your class, you can't make noise. You can't sleep in his class. In fact, I applied to the US. I was looking for a teacher to go to the senior assistant master administration at that time. And for me to say, most of the students was hesitation, like they are afraid to go. This man walked into his office, took my recommendation letter and my transcript for me, prayed it, sent it to me while I was in Lagos. And by the grace of God, I applied. I had admission to the US, New York City at that time, Sunny Junior Show at that time, with a partial scholarship. Madam can't remember. It's not with 1 or 2 things I would have lived. I respect him so much, Mr. Joshua, Mr. John Berry, Mr. Louis. In fact, he disciplined me once when I was in year 1. It was not just 3 minutes to close, and I was at the entrance. He disciplined me. Master Sam Sudin, Mr. Napuru, Mr. Osman, Madam Agnes is not just a teacher to me, but a mentor and a mother. This woman did not just stood by me when I was in Kalisco. Beyond the source of Kalisco, she stood by me. Remember when I was going level 100 and every year she kept supporting me. Now remember, anytime I come to Kalisco, I'm going. If there's nothing, she'll give me something. And sometimes when I come, it's allowed. You give me something. Don't, unless you don't goodbye them, they'll give you something. I owe her a lot of things and a lot of honor. Madam Victoria, who is domestic and the chairperson for today. She is a mother. She and Madam Gloria are mothers to me. Guidance and counseling have been something. I sat with her very well when I was the SP at that time with my colleague SP, and she really helped us a lot, guided and mentored us. I want to give respect to our former headmistress, Madam Hajia Ramatu Awudu. She wanted to have been here, but she just traveled to Accra for another equally important engagement, and she gave us a lot of support for this program. In fact, one of the beloved headmistresses I've ever encountered in my journey of life. I was at her house and it was a beautiful time. I give respect to Madam Belinda. In fact, most of the time she used to buy me gari whilst I was here, sometimes buy me yazu, because sometimes I could not have some of these things to survive. Okay, KKZ, you wouldn't know yazu. Madam Leah, she coached me. In fact, I visited her office as a guidance and counseling person. She guided me, and in fact, she was the person who told me about the US application. I filed in, she stood by me. In fact, it was not one or two things, like I would have traveled in my level 100 days to the US for my undergrad. By the grace of God, count 1-2 years from now, I shall be there for the masters. Madam Mariam, in fact, I can't mention all the teachers. To the teachers who guided and nurtured us in many ways, I forever owe you. Senior Zachariah, who was also the Chuman 2023 batch, no, 2021 batch. I think she took over for my senior also. In fact, he disciplined me once over here. I don't to pack the saucepans, and he disciplined me. I can never forget. Our GASA president, our former GASA president, Anafo Moses, SU president, all the seniors, Abubakar, who was our president for our batch, all those students present. I respect you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to see this wonderful occasion. Trust me, tomorrow, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., I shall be live on Joint News and then Joint FM for business competition, for being part of the first 24 finalists nationwide to emerge in a business competition by Enterprise Spotlight Ghana. Journey of writing of books as far back 2019 through divine inspiration from the Almighty God, who has been faithful and gracious. This work is not just merely a product of personal effort, but a response to a calling upon my life. I recognize that I recognize myself, but one thing, I'm not omnipresent, but my books can travel far. I cannot be everywhere. However, through these books, I'll be able to extend my voice to where my physical presence cannot reach across the different parts of northern Ghana, Africa, and the world at large, to see the youth grow, discover their purpose, work in fullness of their potentials. I strongly believe that when the young people are guided well, and the future is secure. Another truth that shaped my agency is the reality that life is uncertain. Death can come any moment. Because of this, I have chosen not to delay purpose, but to pour out what has been placed within me while I still have the opportunity. The books presented today reflect these convictions. The Secrets of Living a Meaningful and Purposeful Life is a book I wrote where I outline 8 secrets every young person who wants to live a meaningful life must take note, 8 regrets every young person must watch against, 8 pitfalls every young person must watch against. My journey of life from childhood to the University of Ghana, Legon, which I titled Navigating My Journey Through Grit and Grace. And then my dream Ghana, where I said, I have a dream that one day Ghana will rise up and lead development in Africa. I have a dream one day that the gold in Ghana will be for us, that the forest will be for us, that our youth will be for us, that all the resources that we have in our country which do not belong to us book, Tansandema, in that book, the now symbols of leadership, which I outline what leadership really means, who a leader indeed is, types of leadership, the exam of leadership, like the exam of pride, the exam of self-competence, the exam of financial integrity, and the exam of the opposite gender. I also outline the cost of leadership, and outline why leaders fail and why others succeed. And there are two books that have been launched today, Decoding the Secrets for King Louis. I make a study into the one of the kings of ancient Israel, King David. And I love this young man so much. So I brought to be a 27 distinct futures or secrets of his life, where I talked about he was somebody who knows his unique skill. And I asked young people, what's your unique skill? I should sit here, watch me speak. And I talked about he was hardworking at age 15. He was already a shepherd. I talked about he was a patient brother. He was anointed at age 15. He waited for another 15 years to become king of Israel. I talked about he's someone who liked looking at solutions. At the time he killed Goliath, while everybody was worried about the problem, he was looking for the solution. He was someone who asked rightful questions, and that was one of the things I did here. I asked a lot of the teachers rightful questions, go for counseling, go for mentorship. He asked rightful questions, and then he did not take time to explain himself too much. His brother was like, we know the darkness of your life, you've come here to see the battle. He didn't mind, went straight. He was somebody who fights his battles timely, not physical battles of this our time. Your battle could be your bush here present. Form trees, that would be your battle. Your battle could be laziness. Your battle could be scaling the walls. And I can proudly say, God be my witness, I walked through this school 3 years. I've never scaled the walls before. I walked through this school 3 years. I've not gone to town to do anything that is not necessary. Unless I'm going to buy Gary and my KKZ, there was no reason me going to town unless there was vacation. And you heard the teachers, even during vacations, I prefer staying on this campus to study and make my mother, number one, proud. Make my parents proud. Make my community proud. And make Upper East region proud. And make my nobody to become somebody. And even companies, look at someone like Apple. I wrote all those things in the book. Apple today that we are all celebrating started in a garage. And in my house we have a garage. After all, we have place we keep our animals. So why can't I rise? Goodwill started in a garage. Amazon started in a garage. Nkrumah came from just a small village. Martin Luther came from a small village. Many of the figures, I got a lot of people Max Morrows, Abraham Lincoln. In fact, if you look at this man's journey of life, from where he had believed that he failed in leadership. I think I talked about Thomas Anderson, somebody who have created life and have died many years ago, and those who do literature. You see, there's one man who study about the literature a lot. Every year, it's like his books come for to study. Who knows him? William Shakespeare. This man, we've been reading about him. And I did literature here, and I'm asking myself, so when I die, we'll be reading about Joseph Akamborgo Abula. And so these are the things that confronts me to write my books and see one of the painful things that moves me to write this book is seeing young boys and girls, especially, permit me to say, in northern Ghana, moving into early marriages, moving into drugs. In fact, my first time ever seeing a tramadol was 2 years ago, last year in California. When Mr. La was holding, that was my first time seeing that. I have nothing to do with tramadol. So, what do I have to do with that thing? And it pains me a lot. And so, this is what I want my writings to ignite the young people and stir them up. Because I came from a humble beginning. I will not read these things. I will put them down and talk to you for the next 5 minutes and leave. I came from a humble beginning. Mr. Larry was my school father here. My father denied me when I was 17 years and left me to take care of my mother, take care of my sisters, my 2 sisters, and my 2 younger brothers. At the time he denied me, I was not having up to 100 cities with me. And that was the time I was writing BC. And when I wrote it, he left us. If you want to go and beat, if you don't want to leave. And when he left me, after a few days, not years, few days after he left us, the building he left us would collapse. And I have to build for my mother and siblings to stay in, farm. In fact, my first exit was to go back and harvest. Then my second exit was to go for an election which Mr. Allah talked about and Madam Grace talked about. In fact, I was still in politics. One of these days, you'll see me in Parliament House of Ghana. One of these days, you will see me receive a presidential award from the Jubilee House. One of these days, I'll be in the ministries. I've already stood on the same podium with Haruna Idrisu, with emeritus professor, what's his name? Former Vice Chancellor of University of Ghana, the current Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor. Mentioning them, lawyers, who stood on the same podium. From a village in Upper East, Sandem. And that is why I now came to the conclusion that success has nothing to do with geography. Before I came, not me coming to Kalisco, I was part of the 24 finalists. And in fact, the hotel they took me in, when I checked in at the hotel, I took a video. That was the first thing I did before I lied down. And I look at how, in fact, an elevator has to take you to the floor. And everything you can think of was in that room. And my home that doesn't have electricity, I wrote BEC with my own buying of torchlight, only for me to be in a place with light, with TV inside, with everything you can think of in the room, with something to take as tea, everything. And I said, wow, thank God I wrote success knows no geography. And I stood among others to contest. And as the only competitor from Upper East region to sail through the part of the top 24 finalists. And by means of that, I don't like mentioning money, but by means of being part of 24, I was awarded 5,000 Ghana cedis. They took us to Advantage Palace. In fact, if you have been there, those who know Advantage Palace, it's one of the tallest buildings in Accra. You have to go by lifter. And morning after that, I was fasting, but they were tempting me too much with the caliber of food they serve. Because I don't see that kind of, I don't know whether I've seen that kind of food in my mother's spot before. And I was there to eat anyhow, drink anyhow. In fact, you know, when you have not eaten a lot while you were young, you now get the opportunity, you need to eat a lot. So when they were serving the pen, when they serve today, I take, come tomorrow, serve another pen, I take. Because I didn't have pens many years ago. Now I get the opportunity to take pens, let me take plenty. I didn't have books to write many times, then I take more books. I took a lot of things. But trust me, next year, you will not just hear that I'm part of the top 24, you will hear that I'm part of the top 3. And so that is why I believe that I should not just go and line the books where I can get money. We have spent about 24,000 as far as this book's launch is concerned. But should the money be the best thing at my heart? No. How about me coming to challenge all the students present? And you are my priority, honestly speaking. All the students present, you are my priority at this book's night. Challenging you that after today, rise up. And I will see you at the mountain top. By the grace of God, Emmanuel is here. I took about 8 students from Kalisco here to Lagos, and almost all of them are on scholarships. Took about 60 students here from Northern Ghana, a 40 student from Northern Ghana to Lagos, and over 60 to other universities. And I'm telling you, out of the 40, over 30 have scholarships. Some got about 2-3 scholarships to depend on. And trust me, don't have money. But next year, on the 25th of February, which is my birthday, by that time I would have written 2 more books. I've committed myself, I'm going to write 2 more books. I'm going to launch a foundation named after my mother, who has seen sleepless nights, sometimes using her glove to give it to us so that we could wear. I've seen a lot of times eating and she's seated. In fact, the truth of the matter is that I think before I end, you know, before I came here, in fact, one of the uniforms I wear as SP, I took it from the bowler, the dustbins of San Dimas Senior High Technical School. One of the blue. I wore it in this school. There were those days shoes and sandals I was wearing from that school. Samples were taken there. There's no bowler. Call this map. There's no dustbin in that school, not room, to take dress, socks, and other things to wear. And I remember sometimes, God is my witness, I could carry that as the students have eaten and fallen on the tables. I could sweep it into bowls, take it and eat, and send some home for my siblings to also eat. That was the journey I went through. After my father denied me, they still sent me to court, he sent me to the chief, summoned me. I said, Chief, look at me, do I look like a stubborn boy? I was released by a lot of tembulances upon tembulances. And after it all, half snake bite me come to while I was here. Poisonous snake bite me. I nearly died. In fact, I have been a serpent for many years, and snake bite me first, and I was vomiting blood. Form 2 again, snake bite me. And at that time, my father has already denied me, and the bill was just 600 cedis. How we struggled. Good Samaritans came in to pay that bill so that the hospital could discharge me. And after that, my mother had fallen from a tree. She was fetching firewood on the tree. She fell and broke her head here. That was my first time pushing my mother on a wheelchair while crying. Because before that, she goes back and said, I'm not grown, you can take care of the children. I said, no, it's not time to go yet. It's not time to go. I took her to the hospital. Insurance was expired. So I have to even pay 20 Ghana cedis. And that 20 cedis was a problem. So that they can give her the book you always withdraw at the OPD before you can proceed. And at the end, this woman survived. And as I speak to you, the first line in Accra, she was there live to witness the launch of the books. She wanted to come. I said, this time around, at least you have already come for the first one. Just relax for me. Let me come and launch them in Accra. And today, my brothers, I'm still taking care of my siblings. They are going to school. They are going to make it in this life. As I draw to the conclusion of my speech, my vision is not just to make money in life, but to get money that can raise at least 100,000 youths across Northern Ghana, Ghana and Africa. And if I'm able to raise this 100,000 youths, in fact, even if it's tomorrow that I will die, I'm ready to die. After I've raised 100,000 youth, who will be bigger than me? Because if you are like me, you are failed. How can I raise you and you are just like me? All my teachers, their prayer is that I should go farther than them. And so if I'm mentoring or coaching you, my desire is that go farther, higher than I have ever gone, and I will ever go in life. And so that is why I'm going to launch that scholarship. And Madam get me, if the student who gave the poetry is able to get a grade 6 to a grade 14, the foundation that I will launch will take care of her to University of Ghana if she makes it. You can take that promise. And 10 students from this Kalisco, if you able to get a grade 6 to 14, this year's WASI, I want 10 students. I will help them apply them to University of Ghana and help them get scholarships to continue their education and still mentor them, link them with people who can guide them to become meaningful people. No tribalism, no religionism, no background consideration. That they are really ready to study and make Mother Caste proud. Because one day we'll dethrone this dining hall and build a better dining hall. One day we'll dethrone these buildings that they are put here and build better buildings which are even ultra-modern and restored buildings instead of this building that is just 1111. We will demolish them and pack those things somewhere and build better buildings for Mother Caste. One of these days, it shall come to pass. I'm fully sold out, and I've sold my life to this calling of nurturing young people of Northern Ghana, number 1, Ghana, number 2, West Africa, and Africa at large. Please, I've told the books auction, the one who is going to do the auction, that the students, you can give it to them as least as 30 Ghana cedis. You know, this book, only the proofreading was 2,500. Only the proofreading. The one to edit and proofread. The cover design, 100 cedis. ISBN number was 30 or 50 Ghana cedis. Without the printing. Some of the people were even charging me, some of the people were charging me 30 cedis to print this book. And some people were charging me 20 cedis. So it's a lot that has gone into it. But I thank God for human angels who believe in my vision, who supported these things to come this far. Once again, thank you, Madam Chair, and all the dignitaries present, taking time out of your busy schedules to be here, to witness this program and to honor it. I'm very grateful. My respected senior and seniors, all old students, all teachers present. I respect the Blue so much, all Bluefers, and to my honorable cadet team, the media. In fact, I'm so glad about their work. God bless them, and if you want them, I can link you to them. They're doing a very honorable job. And then to the drama team, somebody I don't know how to dance. I would have danced some. They give a beautiful dance, and the world is watching us. One of my professors, Pastor Charles, called me this morning. He was traveling to the US. He said, send me the link. I'm going to US, but I want to watch your program live. Know as you're watching, they're super proud of our dance and our culture. Long live Jalisco. Long live Northern Ghana. Long live Ghana, West Africa, and Africa, and the world at large. Thank you.
Of the books so that the rest of the speeches can come. And so may I now invite the one who's going to do the auctioning of the books. Hello, are we prepared? Oh, I thought you were going to be excited, you know, having listened to the author of the books. I'm sure he has incited you positively. He has provoked you to good works. And so let's be excited that the books are here and that we are going to get the books. So help me invite our brother, Mr. Moses Achana, to come and do the auctioning of the books. Hello, Kaliskans. Why? Is that name Achana strange? No! Come on, how? Thank you.
Hello. Jalisco is not a new place to me. I think the scripture union here is much aware of me. Madam Chairperson, all protocols observed. All right, so my work is simple. We need to raise money. We are raising 25,000 only. 25,000 Ghana cedis. So if you can give us 25,000 Ghana cedis, then my work is done. If you just raise your hand and say, Kalisco, I'm sure even a student can do that for us. All right, I listened to a story somewhere, and the story is told of a big factory, very big factory, and at a point in time, their generators spoiled, the gensets spoiled, but they didn't have electricity by then, so they were using a generator. When it spoiled, the company looked around. They went to several places looking for engineers to fix the problem. They tried and tried and tried. They kept wasting money, wasting money, wasting money. They were not getting the one who could fix the problem for them. Then somebody told them of a particular engineer. That this particular engineer is good, he can fix your problem for you. So the engineer was invited, he came with his tools. And then he just used a hammer to hit the nut, or is it the bolt? Bang, bang. Then the machine started working. Going to do today. Hallelujah. All right, so I will need 3 people who can buy the book at 1,500 Ghana cedis. If I get 3 people who can buy the book at 1,500 Ghana cedis, 10 people to buy the book at 1,000 cedis, 10 people to also buy at 500 cedis, 20 people to buy at 200 cedis, 25 people to buy at 100 cedis, and then thank God your seniors is given to you as 30 cedis. All right, I wanted to give it to them at 35. I was going to reduce 5 cedis, but he's so generous. He's giving it to you at 30 cedis. So please, first of all, can I get 3 people who will buy the first copies of the book at 1,500 Ghana cedis? Please get me a piece of paper, people who can do some writing for me. 1,500 cedis. We are going to give some consideration. We are going to give some considerations to that. And we are going to give all the buyers, if you don't have the money, up to the end of the month to pay. If you have the money, you just pay us right away. So people to buy the book at 1,005 Ghana cedis. Yes, can I see by hands? Yes, let's clap for Pastor. Let's clap. Please, so write down his name. and contact. Yes. Can I get 2 more? 2 more to go. Two more. Two more to go. There's a particular principle I normally live by. When I see small children selling water, sometimes I just want to relieve them of the heavy weight. So I just buy water, though I don't need water. So please relieve me of this weight. 2 more. Just buy so that my work can be done within a few minutes. Yes, 2 more. Let me send your mind back to the Bible. Let's clap for Master. I want to cast your minds back to the Bible and what the Bible says about giving. The Bible says you should give and it shall be given back unto you. You give, then you get back with interest. It will be measured, shaken together. That's how the blessing will come. Yes, last person. Before we come to 1,000, I need 10 people. 500, I need at least 10. But if I get 520 or 30, then our work would have been done. Yes, we are left with 1 more. One more to go. Okay, so I moved to 1,000 cedis for the sake of time. So 1,000 Ghana cedis, 1,000 Ghana cedis. So I need 10 people. How many have I gotten so far? 1,000. Ghana cedis, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Not to 1. 1,000 Ghana cedis. I see the hands. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Our author said he incurred a debt of 24,000 while producing the books, and he decided that he was coming to Kalisco so that his juniors could benefit from that, from the books. And so let's not disappoint him. We need to pay the debt back and write more. I'm sure we'll be happy if a year from now we come again that we are launching extra books. Won't we be happy? Yes.
Yes, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, so if I move to the next one, that means I'm going to be looking for 30 people instead of 10, 30. So that it will still balance my accounts will still balance and balance very well. Do you have accounting students here? If I don't get that, that means the accounts will not balance. So I also want it to balance. Maybe there's somebody here who wants to give more than 1,005. So if God is touching you to give even 10,000, 20,000, 25,000, 15,000, please don't hesitate. All right, so 500 cedis. 500. Oh, 500. I want to see many, many, many hands. 500. 500. 500. The high table, past students, 500. I want to see more hands, 30 hands, 30. We are not giving because we are buying the book. We are giving because we want him to be able to pay the debt and produce more copies of the book. 500, 500, 500. For 500, if I don't get, that means we will not close. We'll just remain here till tomorrow next. And those who have not taken their lunch, it means you will not take your lunch. You will have to fast. Yes, 500, 500. 500. 500 cedis. 105. Yes, get ready. 500. Yes, 500. Do you want us to sleep here? Should we sleep here? If we will not get the 30, let's at least get 10. 500. Those who want to give Nicodemus like myself here, please, we want our hands to be up. Let's raise them at 500. Don't say that I don't want to give. People will feel like I have money. No, please. 500. Support your colleagues, support your friends, support your senior, support your students. come to 400. We have gone for Albarka, 100 cities, 400 Ghana cities. Ghana cities. Cities. If it was in the church, I'll just mention your name. I need 400, 400, 400, 400, 400. Or I should do that. I should assign an amount to everyone here. So that we go fast. Okay, so all past students who were in the same year group with Brother Joseph, can you stand up? His year group. I'm told the one who came to GP. Where is GP? Past GP. Where is GP? So Brother Joseph year group, all past students. Let's stand up. All past students, Brother Joseph year group. Are they up? Are they up? Please, everyone up standing. Then seniors, those who were his seniors and they are also here, also stand up. So write their names. They are giving us 400 cedis each. Please, let's remain standing so that they can write your names. Those seated, let's remain standing. We are giving you up to the end of the month. If you don't have it, support your friend. Tomorrow you'll be launching your book. He also come and support you. So write their name. Somebody should also come. One of you should come and start from here. Also be writing so that we do things fast. Every student here will buy a copy of the book at 30 cedis, so get ready. Every student will buy a book. I told you I am prepared to go for vacation, am I right? Yes. When you go, we'll give you a number. You will sign it and call us and then we'll cancel your name. We'll write your name down. When you get home, even if you don't have money, go and sell pure water. Go and sell what? And then if you buy pure water at 7 cedis or 8 cedis, you will sell it around 15 cedis. You have 7 cedis in every bag. Huh? So if you sell, how many bags? 4 bags. 4 or 5 bags, you have 30 cedis to sell. The rest of the invited guests who are here, I'm coming to you, you also give us 300 Ghana cedis each. If you are invited and you have not raised your hand for all the above mentioned, I'm assigning 300 Ghana cedis to you. do so, to write their name. Prophets, are we there? Every student to pick a book will write your name. Right, Joseph, do you have a number they can send to? Okay, there's a number. Okay, it's on the screen. So write your name or write your number down. We'll call to remind you, call to tax you and collect it. Please come. When I was a student, anytime I was coming to school, people would say, "Go, let's Sokalafia." You know Sokalafia? So I'm sure when you go when you are coming, get Sokalafia. You come and pay. Those writing, how much have you gotten? So all first years who are here, you write your names with the two of them. So come and stand here. The third years, you write the names with them. So you can seek for support from your colleagues. Then you write the names. Let's do so very fast. 30 CDs.
So what we are going to do is that as they write the names, the program will continue, and by the end of the program, I will come and then we see how much we have recovered. So I want to hand over back to the MC.
We are still on to the auctioning of the book. We move on to the next item on the list, which is the Goodwill messages. And the next one is going to be done by the 2022 batch executives. I don't know if they are here. Abula. Mr. Abula. Please kindly give it up for me.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC, for this opportunity. I'm called Idris Abukari, as you rightly said, a former deputy president for the Gender and Students Association Department and a former president for the Students Association. Madam Chair, invited guests, the families of the author of the book to be learned today, the author himself, colleague students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. As I indicated earlier, I stand before you this afternoon, today, not as a stranger or an admirer from a distance, but as an old student of this noble institution, a batchmate and a colleague to the man we are celebrating today. I am here with a profound honor and a privilege to speak on behalf of the 2021 to 2022 academic year batch. But before I proceed further, I'll do myself and the entire batch a great disservice and a great injustice. Should I not pause here to honor the hard work of those who made us who we are today? That is to speak of the dedicated and committed staff of Mother Company Senior High School. You stood before the chalkboard to pour into us knowledge, wisdom, and passion to make sure we fit into the world of purpose. We say a very big thank you to the teachers and non-teaching staff of Company Senior High School. Without much ado, on behalf of the 2021 batch, the 2022 academic year batch, we say Alhamdulillah to the Almighty Allah and a very big congratulations on behalf of the batch and on my own behalf to Mr. Abula Joseph, whom we are celebrating today. And we are looking forward for more success celebration with you, inshallah, as far as life is concerned. And we are hopeful that more and more programs of this nature will come. Without much ado, once again, congratulations to you, Mr. Abula Joseph, and I thank everyone here for making it this event an important one and chairing it today. Once again, thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abubakar, for your kind words. For the next set of speakers, each and everyone is allocated 2 minutes. We are far behind time. I'll now invite Mr. Abdul Nasser, 2022 SRC and Prefect. He is speaking on behalf of the 2022 SRC and Prefect.
to us all. Distinguished teachers, Madam Chair, our revered staff present, the author of the revered two books we are launching today, my colleague, alumni, and dear students. I am here to stand on behalf of the 2022 prefects and the NSAS executives as a colleague SP to the author of the books I mentioned, to congratulate him and then wish him the very best as a newborn. So first of all, we would like to send a very big and heavy congratulations to him. All have been said, but we cannot also come and then leave without saying anything to our dear students. Talk to them about the author of today's book. He has been someone I've worked with for a full year in Chairperson High School as a college SP. And if there is one thing I learned about him, was discipline. So if these two he was very disciplined and time conscious. So as colleagues and my junior brothers and sisters, I would advise you that there is nothing you cannot do with determination and then hard work, but you have to be persevere. Consider, be time conscious, and then our teachers are always there for us. You can go to them anytime, they open it and then seek for guidance from them. As Abula seek for guidance and then Matter seek for them, and he has been able to do what he did today. And I also want to say something. Before Mr. Jabaru, who was a social teacher to me, started teaching me, I was very bad with regards to time. But when he started teaching us, I became someone who was time conscious till now. And also as a colleague SP to him, I think we are the best senior prefects in Chairperson High School, and whatever we have done is with the help of our father, Mr. La, popularly known as Elboy. We say a very good things. We don't want to do correction, please. All the best.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abula, for your kind words. I now invite Senior Zakaria, who will be speaking on behalf of the 2020 and 2021 seniors. Senior Zakaria.
As I introduced, my name is Abula Cecilia. I was the former chairman of the military institution. Then it's an honor to be part of this great gathering. Everybody has said it all. Our brother here is a determined human being. When he says you do something, you do it. And I want to tell you all that try as much as possible to create good relationship among yourself. It is very, very important. As they say, your network is your network. So make sure that you create good relationship with the management, the teaching staff, and even your juniors. Never look down on anyone. Joseph here is my junior, but I want to tell you on the policy that today I'm inspired by what he's doing. And trust me, I want you to be my mentor. So without saying much, I want to thank all of us here and our great teachers, management. They've done whatever they can to mold us to this level, and we are grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senior Zakaria, the chairman of our time. I now invite Mr. Moses Anam. That's our 2022.
Thank you very much. Please, do I have
GASA members here? Show my hands if you are a GASA member. Yes, so please, let's give a round of applause to our member. Yes, in fact, I want us to buy these books with pride. He is our member. He was with us in our department, the General Arts Students Association. So please, buy these books with pride in you because he is our member. Mr. Chair or Madam Chair, distinguished teachers and everybody present here. My job here is very simple, and that is to speak on behalf of our department. That is the General Arts Students Association. Yes. And there's one thing they left out that I just want to say. Everybody has said it already. But Madam Chair, you were the one leading the charge when APSU went down. APSU, the Upper East, Upper West Students Association Union. Yes, this man here came and the association was dormant. So he said, no, there's JIMSA, there's DASA. So we also need to have an association to bring us together as people from the Upper West, Upper East regions. So he stood up, wrote letters, and finally the association was revamped. And I'm sure today the association is still functioning, right? Yes, so that's one of his records. That is one of his records. He is a man of unity, and you can see a lot of us are here. It's made seniors. We are all here because of that quality of him. So yes, Mr. Abula, we thank you very much for that work. And let me just say something small today for you. On behalf of the department, we congratulate you wholeheartedly. We pray for you. This today is just the starting point. 4 books is not an easy thing, but it is the starting point for you. We know you are going to achieve greater things ahead. And please, everybody should remember him when we are praying. He is an example each and every one of us should copy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moses. I now invite Brother Matthew, 2022 SU President.
When was the last time you believed in yourself and achieved something great? When was the last time you believed in yourself and achieved something great? Madam Chair, all dignitaries present, Honorable Joseph Abula, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Joseph Abula has always been a man with a great vision. Since our days as students in our dear institution, he always speaks positive of the future, even when the horizon seems easy. Please permit me to read this famous saying, which goes this way, and I quote, "Say it and have it." I put it this way for the purpose of this August occasion. Think it, plan it, execute it, and have it. Your thoughts and plans remain an innate motivation, except when executed. College students, we are all gathered here today because a brother translated his dream to a reality. I like to encourage all of us to discourage the popular circulation of this famous saying that if you want to hide a thing from the black man, put it in a book. Let's endeavor to grab a copy or copies if possible for ourselves and our loved ones. I end with this. The average African is taught to accept what is passed down as lesson rather than a law. I guess if Mr. La or Mr. Ali or any of our revered teachers mentioned to us that buying this book is mandated, I guess we would have had to order for a reprint just this evening. But ladies and gentlemen, we would, however, it is not compulsory. It is not compulsory for you to buy the book. But if you so desire to go far, then I recommend Brother Joseph Abula to you as a perfect example. I end by assuring Mother Cass that what we saw happening here today is but a tip of the iceberg. More are yet to follow, because she has raised visionary and responsible intellectuals. And we shall return to make Kalisco proud. Don't hire Brother Joseph. Long live Mother Cass. We shall hold up the banner of Kalisco higher out there in the world. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much for your kind words, Brother Martin. I now invite Mr. Mohammed, Springboard Road, Ghana. Sorry for the inconvenience, he's not with us. Kindly hold on this. Before we move on to the closing remarks, let me also add my voice. Joseph, he is a great guy, a very great guy, and I'm sort of words to describe this guy. Let's begin. Okay. We now invite members of the high table for the closing remarks, Madam Chair.
Hello. Please, the books. If you are seated here and you want to go far in life, I encourage you that you stop going to buy Abula. Hello? Use that money to buy these books and you will never regret. Knowledge, they say, is what? Power. If you have knowledge, then you have what? Power. Some of you just need some knowledge that will ignite the abilities in you. But until you read, then you can't get it. And so I want to encourage you that buy these books and just don't buy, but read them. Let them speak to you. Some of you have some abilities that are deposited in your stomachs. Those abilities must spring out. They must work so that you see what you are seeing in Abula today. So if you want to go far, please buy them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's clap. Well, we could have done better, but we give glory to God. We have 11,140. Let's clap. We have our 4 people giving 1,500. I'm part of the 1,500 because I want a bigger blessing. Amen. we have 200 to we have 2. And then 100 we have 2, then 46. Alright, please try to buy. Brother Joseph said I shouldn't force you to buy. That's the books are here. If you want to buy, come and buy. Me, I will force you to buy. Because I want you to get a blessing. I started reading the book. Honestly speaking, I've gone through chapter 1, chapter 2. I'm not a fast reader. I like to take time to read and understand, make my own note out of what I read. And the book is good. In fact, the books are good. So please, try and get one. As a student, try and get one. It will help you. Thank you.
Before Madam Chairperson comes in, I would like to invite Mr. Joseph to share a word with us. Because he also contributed much greatly to the success brother is coming on. He's the one who has been paying the fees that we spoke about. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Madam Chair. I'm very honored and privileged to be part of today's Joseph, I met him in Sandeman. I'm a very proud. In fact, when I was coming from Pechiman, I was dreaming like I heard you mention my name that somebody was coming from Pechiman, and I'm the one. And I'm here. I'm very happy. And like we all say, let's edge ourselves and reach. In fact, when we reach, we will get more inspiration. There is one thing I had wanted to say. Let's take advantage of bad times. Why am I saying that? I met Joseph during the COVID period. The COVID period taught us a lot of lessons, more than even the bad effects that came. Like this live streaming I was doing, these Zoom meetings, they all came as a lot of COVID. And COVID has taught us so much. So let's take advantage of these bad periods or bad times happen. When it happens to you, don't just take it like that, but let's take a great lesson from that. Because it was through COVID time I met Joseph, and my meeting him, in fact, he has learned so much from me. And personally, in fact, maybe I have learned more than he has learned from me. So today, as we celebrate him, I congratulate you, Joseph, and I thank every one of us here. We are all happy to be part of your celebration today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. I now humbly invite Madam Chairperson.
Thank you very much. Because we are behind time, I will not want to prolong this program again. So all I will say is that to my dear students, please get the books. Read them, don't go through them. If you buy these books, they are going to be assets to you. You will read and pass on to your younger ones, to your juniors, to your siblings. Do well and buy the books. Sacrifice and buy them. And then to my colleagues, let's also do well and get the books for our children at home. And to everyone here, let's try as much as we can to get the copies and then read and then pass it on to our younger ones and siblings at home. At this juncture, shall we stand up for a very short song to climax this program? What shall we say unto the Lord? All I have to say, thank you, bless everyone, and God bless Mother Cass, and God bless Ghana. Thank you.
Please be seated for the vote of thanks so that we can leave this place quickly.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Gratitude gives me a very successful event, and so I would like to invite Senior Philemon to give us the vote of thanks.
Please, thank you for the opportunity. I strongly believe I'm not supposed to do the vote of thanks. But Mr. Joshua, who happened to be here, they are to step in forward. Madam Chair, distinguished members of staff, members of the Deeper Life Ministry Company, family, friends, alumni, and all invited guests, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, I was very feeling on behalf of our brother Joseph, Abula, and the entire organizing team, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made today's official book launch a great success. First and foremost, we give all glory and honor to God Almighty for His grace, strength, wisdom, and divine enablement throughout this journey. Without Him, this vision wouldn't have come to a reality. We sincerely appreciate our fathers and mothers in the journey of life, dignitaries, sponsors, partners, friends, and loved ones, who honor this occasion with your presence, prayers, encouragement, and support. Your contributions, both financially and spiritually, have added beauty and excellence to this memorable event. To our guest speakers and all who shared insightful words and encouragements, we are deeply grateful for your impactful contributions and inspiration. Special appreciation goes to the media team, protocol team, organizers, decorators, ushers, drama team, the culture, and every individual who worked tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the smooth running of this program. May the Lord richly reward you your labor of love. To everyone who purchased the book and believes in the vision of our brother Joseph,
thank you very much, Brother Philemon. To officially bring this ceremony to close, I invite Majid Bukari to take us through this. Majid Bukari.
Thank you for the opportunity. Let's be in a mood of prayer. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Allah, Ya Rahim, Ya Allah, Ya Razak. We thank you so much for your perpetual existence in our lives. We equally thank you so much for being with us from the beginning of this program to this point. We call it a successful end. We say Alhamdulillah for that. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب القبر وأدخلنا جنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار وسبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. صلوا على النبي الكريم.